All right, so today I'm going to share with you my top three MNQ, which is the micro NASDAQ futures scalping setups, okay, that I use and that you can use during the Asian session if you have a goal of saying, let's say $200 or $300 every single night, okay? This is a strategy that you can use before you actually end up going to work the next day. So a lot of you are trying to make, some side hustle income or some additional stream of revenue outside of your full-time job. Yes, that 9 to 5, okay? A lot of you may be fed up or looking for some opportunities or trying to find something else to do with your life, all right? And I understand that. And trading can be that outlet, okay? But you got to know what you're doing when you're actually trading. So I'm going to share with you those three setups today that can actually put you in a position to making some side money, okay? Especially when you are in the evening time. Once you get home from work and you're kind of winding down, and you can get some quiet time to yourself to lay your eyes on the charts. There are basically three different sessions that you could trade, whether it be the New York session, the Asian session, or the London session. But a lot of people who have full-time jobs, okay, those that work during the day, they have to, I would say definitely, and I recommend trading during the evening session. And you don't really need to trade more than 30 minutes to 1 hour a day. So here are my top three scalping setups, okay? Number one, all right, I use range bar charts, okay? So if you use, whatever charts you use, that's fine. But you always got to start with, a higher chart to determine the overall direction of the market. So if we are in a bullish uptrend, and what does that mean? That means the market is constantly taking out and breaking through areas of swing highs. As you can see, breaking above that high there, pulling back, breaking structure above that high there. So that's what we're looking for at each point where the market breaks higher to take out structure. And what does that really mean? That's where the market is, taking out areas of liquidity. It's running, these sell stop orders, or I should say buy stop orders here, but orders where sellers have placed their stop losses above here to its liquidity, because that's what fuels the market. You got to understand it. All right, structure is what helps you determine the direction, but liquidity is what is fueling the market. Okay, especially for the institutions. And I want to share this before I go any further. I go in great detail about my strategy and basically provide it for all those who are interested in understanding something that can really be game changing for them, that can put them in position to change their life possibly. I can't make any guarantees because you guys know how risky trading is. You really got to understand, what to do, how to do it, and to do it and repeat every single day if you want to make money within this business. So I can share with you, the way I trade, and I do so through the YouTube membership program here on my channel. You can join it by clicking the join button that's right in front of you right now, or you can also find the link down in the description portion of the video. Now, for all those who want to become an elite or an ultra elite supporters, and all those who currently support the channel, I thank you for doing so. But that is the gravy train. That is the cornerstone to how I actually trade, and me providing you with this blueprint to how I trade. It is the strategy. It's unfolded. This is what and how people are becoming funded through prop firms that they're using, and a lot of them are probably using their own capital too. So again, I thank you for everyone who is either an elite or an ultra elite supporter. You can join by clicking that join button right in front of you, right in front of your face. Okay, there's a button that says join. You can do it by clicking that. A few tiers will pop up, and you can choose either to become an elite or an ultra elite supporter of the channel. Very inexpensive, $6.99 a month, and I share with you all my tips, all my secrets, my trade breakdowns, which go into detail about structure, price action, stop loss placement, profit target areas, my video playlist, as well as a great video surrounding market structure. That is where the secrets to how I trade are actually. Now, I'm not even gonna say secrets. It's just where I really go into detail about the strategy, the setups, and I'll walk you through them step by step. And there's tons of video content that I'll walk you through. So I just want to put that out there for anyone who's interested, because that could be game changing for you. All right. So moving on. The structure to the upside is important, okay? Now, the first setup, which I love to see, is where the market is kind of pivoting and changing direction. So if we're bullish and then it pivots to the downside, all right, I'm using a higher base chart because you'll see this, and it's great to mark up your zones or levels off the higher base chart, and then just move down to a lower base chart to, find the rejection point and the last part of the strategy to actually go short. I share the strategy again and break it down in detail for all those that are part of the elite or the ultra elite supporter group or membership. Okay, now if the market pivots and it turns and makes a directional shift to where now it makes a lot of selling to the downside, which is inducement, and takes out this low right here, right? Well, okay, the market made a low, all right, or a lower low, right? But what I love to see is a window of opportunity to where the market is basically becoming stagnant, to where it's basically moving sideways and it's building up liquidity and basically an area of, it could be support or resistance, but it's within those areas to where liquidity is being formed. And once it takes it out, that fuels the market to continue pushing in a certain direction. Now, because we have basically reversed or pushed down to the downside and made this low, you can see this area of, blow it up for you a little bit, of resistance right here, which is liquidity that's formed on the top end. And we even have a little bit here formed on the bottom, but this is where the market moves sideways. This is called consolidation. When the market pivots and breaks, say, structure to the downside, and now we got a shift, but then it starts to consolidate on a pullback or a correction right here in this area, then there's a window of opportunity here where the market is building liquidity. And once it takes that area out, it's going to search for higher areas to stop it, because if the market is trying to, if the institutions are trying to go push lower, okay, after they've made this push down with inducement, this is them, okay? They're trying to fuel their position to get into a trade and start pounding on or start executing orders where prices are actually higher. They want to, remember this, they want to go short at higher prices. They want to go long where prices are lower. So they will create a trap. Some people try to go short right here. All right. So there are stops resting right above these highs right here, which are the sell stops. Stops by sellers. You also have buy stops in this area too. But once the market flushes all that out, you become liquidity, okay? When it takes out in this area right here of consolidation, runs to the upside, it's going to stop at some point where there's supply at. So you have to think, if the market is pushing down to the downside with inducement, that is supply. Now the institutions are going to set up, an area or space, or maybe make the market go, start consolidating. And you have to say, okay, I'm looking for an area where there's resistance being built at, where there's liquidity being built at. And for the institutions, you want to understand what they're trying to do. And that's to basically take that massive area out, push the market higher, okay, just to fuel their position of going short and start pushing and pounding the orders right here. So this is where you want to get in or mark your area or your zone up. It's either going to be right here. This is a supply area too, aggressive selling, or right here. Both of these are high probabilities of imbalance or gap resting back at the zone. And that's what I talk about as part of that elite and ultra elite supporter membership. For those who want to become members, and those who are members, this is what is really, helping them gain an edge within the markets to become, consistently profitable and pass those evaluations and challenges and become funded. Now, this is where you want to get into the trade up in this area here, not from the higher base chart, but everything sets up off the higher base chart. So whatever charts you're using from a higher base time frame or whatever, I trade range bar charts, mark up, figure out structure, figure out what the market's doing, okay? Look for the area of supply level, okay, or zone. All right, but wait for some area of liquidity to be taken out. You want to have that because think about it. Liquidity is what fuels them to want to make their move. If that doesn't really happen, then and no liquidity is being taken out, then this could be, they could start faking you out. All right, it could be a fake out. But so when the market consolidates, that's where they're building up liquidity. When the market starts to build a ceiling, that's where they're building liquidity at. And then from there, the market will pull back to or it takes that area out. It will run to an area of supply, and you can look for an opportunity to go short. And before I go on, I do want to say this here, that this is a chart of the NQ, but you could the same similar setups you're going to see across all different markets. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's the Nasdaq, the mini Nasdaq, or the micro in MNQ. But yeah, I mean, you're going to be able to use or find these kind of same similar setups across many markets. All right, so and you can trade this not just in Asian, guys. You can trade this during New York, London, whatever it is. I mean, setups are setups. It's just a matter of understanding the concept, the principle behind it, okay? So structure, liquidity, price action, you want to be able to understand those when you're actually trading, okay? But yeah, that's a beautiful setup right there. Let's move on to the next one right quick, because what I want to share with you is that from there, let's say we got this run to the downside, right? Okay, now we know we're very bearish, okay? Very bearish to the downside, no longer bullish. But then let's say the market shifts back to the upside. Okay. So we see here the market makes a low, break structure there on its way back down. Okay. Low here, pulls back. Okay. Making a higher low. Excuse me, a lower high. All right. And then it's breaking structure coming back down below that low there. All right. So what we're looking for is, to see if the market's going to maybe shift in a different direction. So this is going to be, the second type of scalping setup you'll see, which I like to call basically like a continuation in the market. All right. It's after the shift in the market where the market has, made a shift either from bullish to bearish or bearish to bullish. And then you have what's constantly breaking structure to the upside. We're looking for a direct pullback to a key area of demand, all right, or supply. But this case here, we got breaking structure, pulls back, got a slight breaking structure below these lows right here. And then this is where the market shifts back to the upside and we get a break above these highs right here, okay? So then we got a higher high, higher low, higher high situation right here. And we're also taking out more structure over here. This is a direct pullback where I have this area of the zone marked up right here, right there, that high probability area of demand, okay? Again, we're breaking structure coming lower, okay? Takes out structure going back to the upside, makes it high, higher low, higher high, breaking structure above these highs, pulls back, high probability, aggressive buying right here of demand right here. We're going to look for an opportunity to move with the continuation of the shift now that we're pushing higher, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, okay? So it pulls back, we mark up the zone on the higher base chart, and then we just move down to a lower base chart to look for rejection to go long. What does that entail? That means pulling back and looking for where the market is creating structure back to the upside on a lower base entry chart you trade from, directly from, after it's tapped this zone here on the higher base chart. So I'll move down to my 24 range chart, which is my entry chart. Look for some bullish area where it's creating demand. Retrace back to the newly formed area of demand and go long, okay, off that area. Or there could also be, let's say this is the level right here, and within this area right here, there may be a demand setup that you can take that is high probability on the 24 range. So there's two ways to do it, but pulling back, look for rejection to go long on the lower base chart, all right? These are the things that I talk about. I'm really going into detail for all those who are part of that community of being either an elite or an ultra elite. I mean, it has really been helping people out. So again, if you're interested, just click that join button. So that's the second type of scalping setup. Okay. Again, these are the type of things that you can look for when trading the MNQ session. All right. And really, you really don't need more than just about 25 points, just depending. I aim for about 25 points a day on the NASDAQ, and it's very easy, and you can do the same trade in the MNQ. All right. Now, the last type of setup, which is the third setup, I want to say, it's going to be for us. Let me see here. Let's go to, okay, let's see. We want to be looking at the higher base chart for one, okay? Let's say we're still pushing to the upside, as you can see, in this picture right here, or this image to the upside here in this chart, okay? So then we have this pullback, right? All right, so the market is just like creating these little higher highs at the top. It's basically just swiping and taking out areas of liquidity as it edges higher. But then we get a pullback right here. But we haven't broke through any area of significant area of low or broke structure to the downside. So we're still bullish, right? And then it creates this area of demand back to the upside, all right? So we're bullish, we got a pullback, and we're not shifting in direction yet, okay? Meaning reversing. Then we got to push to the upside, creating some area of demand, and then the market pulls back to, this newly formed area of demand that it just made, and there is an imbalance or gap resting at this zone here. I'm not looking to go long off of this area, but this here is an inbound, a demand zone, okay? High probability too. So what I'll do is just move down to, say, for example, just kind of give you a quick example, moving down to the chart, the lower chart right quick. Let's move down to, all right, here it is right here. Actually, let's do this first. Let's put it here on all charts so you can see it. Okay, all charts. So we can see the demand zone on our lower base chart now. Boom, there we are. Now, once we tap this area here, I'm going to be looking, because now, on a higher chart, it looks like we're bullish, but on my entry chart, we're looking bearish. I mean, you can see where the market is making lower lows, lower highs, just chopping to the downside. So I need to see some correctional shift in the market back to the upside, all right? So look what we got. The market makes a low here. It pushes up, we get where it shifts back to the upside to put us in direction with the higher base chart, okay? And then it starts to make, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low situation right here. Now, there is opportunity to go long from right here, okay? So we're looking at where the market is bullish already. It pulls back, okay? Doesn't change direction, but then it makes an impulsive move to the upside, creates demand, and then we pull back to a key area of demand that on the higher base chart, all that happened on the higher base chart. It comes to the higher base demand area, okay, on the higher base chart. Now we're looking for the shift to happen, or the tide or the reversal to happen on the lower base chart. Push up, higher high, higher low, higher high situation here. Comes back to this area of demand, we can look to go long. Now, we could go long from here, which is fine, and we'll be aiming for that high to be taken out right there, right? But if we go up here and we don't take that high out, say for example, and we make a lower high here, be careful if it comes down and breaks below with a close of a candle below that low that it made right there. If so, then you may want to go ahead and get out the trade because they may be trying to push lower. If it doesn't and it just kind of wicks out the bottom in the area, they're just searching and grabbing more areas of liquidity. They're trying to stop buyers out right here to continue fueling their position to go long. Because look, they're tapping back into a high probability area of demand. The market hasn't shifted on the higher base chart, so we want to follow suit with what's going on. And so when they came back down here, they also created more liquidity right here, okay, in this area. So now we got like basically almost equal highs, equal lows here, an area of liquidity, and boom, it blasts back to the upside there. So don't get kind of shaken out or scared too quick unless they really break and close below, say for example, this low that it is made here, all right? So but then there's another opportunity you could do as well. So when they start making these runs back to the upside, you can see where they, where we at here? Makes a run to the upside here. Okay, that's the rejection point there where they push back higher to the upside. You can see we shifted again, coming back down to the downside on the lower base chart, but we're still in that higher base, high probability area of demand on the higher base chart, right? So then we got a structure shift coming to the downside, took out lows as it's running lower here, low, lower, high, lower, low. Then it's look for the shift again to happen. Comes up, makes a high here, higher low. You could get into a long in this area here to take the market back to the upside to aim for that high basically right there to be taken out, which is that high there. And we not only do we want that to happen, but we also want to be able to move higher to feel some more of the imbalances back to the upside, because that's what the market is doing, is trying to feel if there are imbalances or fair value gaps, whatever you want to call them, back to the upside or downside within your area what you're trading from. You're going to want to aim for these areas we feel back to the upside and ultimately the high to be ran right there. And that's exactly what happened today. They pull back after the shift in direction back to the downside, looking bearish on the 24 range chart. Just keep in mind we're kind of moving sideways here. They broke structure back to the upside. They broke it coming back down. We're in between a low and a higher hit situation right here. So they are basically kind of consolidating in a sense, but they're actually moving sideways. Then they go back up. They break structure back to the upside. All right. Shift, pull back. You can look to go long to aim for that high right there to be taken out right here at say 27,844, which is that high right here in this area here. And you can look for the market to continue pushing higher just as well, because it's just coming back to this high probability area of demand that is definitely looking to move to the upside more so, because of the fact is we are not shifting and made a transition to the downside from being bullish back to bearish. Okay, so those are the three setups that I want to show you, and when it comes to scalping the micro NASDAQ futures or whatever market you choose to, but this is how you can make, say for example, $300 a night, $500 a night. You can do this all before it's time to go to work the next day. All right, so this is what I do. This is what I share here on my channel. It's just great content and valuable content that can help you in your own personal trading. The strategy I share works. You got to spend time on the chart, perfecting it, mastering it, and applying it to, when you're back testing and forward testing. That's what I'm really trying to say, okay, guys? And again, the blueprint of how I do this is really ingrained, and I go into great detail. It's like you're sitting right next to me, okay, even though whether you're virtually or not, but I'm talking to you guys when I'm making that video content for that private community of elite and ultra elite supporters. So if you want to join, click the join button right now you see in front of you on the screen, or you can scroll down and find the link down in the description portion of the video. All right, that's all I have, guys. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not done so. And make sure to turn your post notifications on by clicking the bell. Last but not least, that's it. If you found some value in today's video, please make sure to drop a like by clicking the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it, and everyone have a fabulous weekend.